Welcome everybody. This is something brewing video style because you guys all want to see this and that.
That's right.
So I'm Tracie Mahan and this is my co-host.
Cherry Divine.
There we go. Yeah. And cheers.
Cheers. Oh, but shall we show them? There's even more.
See, I'm nobody's favorite, but I got a cute snowman, so I'm good.
Well, mine is my favorite people call me Nana. So
nice.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so you now know we truly exist out there. We're not just boxed voices.
I even brought my Ganesh today. It was either that or you're going to see the green screen that sits behind Ganesh. So This is a little better.
You have my office wall. There you go. It has a wonderful saying on it my daughter gave me here for Christmas a few years back. And so
nice.
It kind of pertains to our topic today about this is your life. There's only one life you can live, and it is yours. And this one starts out, take chances. Take a lot of them.
I love this, though, because, we do get kind of caught up in doing whatever for everyone else. And we forget that, we're supposed to take a turn and live our life. And, if we're not having fun or enjoying our life, we need to turn around and look at why. What's going on?
But so many of us receive the message from early childhood on that you are to live your life in a way that pleases everybody else. And if you don't, then you darn well should feel guilty. And that's been predominant in my family. And the bottom line is you can never live your life to make someone else happy, because everybody chooses whether they're happy, they're sad, they're frustrated, they're joyous, whatever. And I could turn around and say, I can think of 5 people in my immediate family that say, I expect you to do this and you should do this. And I could do it for each and every one of them. And I would be upsetting the other person.
Right.
I'd be the most upset. And it keeps us out of our own personal truth, keeps us out of balance. And it doesn't allow us to be who we are.
I agree.
Well, unless we're guilt-ridden people, and that's our lot in life this time.
So whenever I talk, I get a little feedback, and let's see, maybe that went away. Okay. I was over here being all like hush hush because I was hearing like this grisly voice coming back. I was like, what's going on?
That's your alter ego. And what's good here is I'm not hearing it. So
good. Well, and you make such a good and valid point is, growing up in the Catholic Church, there's all kinds of expectations of your behavior and who you are and how you're to behave in the world and how you're to be, get that martyr thing going where, it's everybody else before you, let people go first. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not downing that, but sometimes you get to go first.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's your turn, and it's okay.
Think of the martyrdom. When you're being a martyr and feeling upset because you can't, and you're also bringing other people a sense of responsibility for you, and you're going, oh, I'm so sorry, I feel bad. Well, then they're feeling bad and so sorry because they can't make you feel good. And so you have this tug of war.
Yeah,
we're here as these amazing beings to come in and connect with our essence, connect with our truth, and give ourselves permission to live that from the heart. Again, do it my way, from the heart. You don't get to do it your way. If you do it your way, you better darn well feel
it better look a lot like mine. No,
that's right. Or shame on you.
Yeah.
That's not true at all. It isn't. It's your way may be where you do go the frustrations and the guilt and all of this because you have your own lesson, your own experience.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's loving people through that, but loving myself through that too.
Well, and there's the key. Loving yourself through that. Forgiving yourself for things. I think we forget. I can't tell you how many sessions I've had where I'm doing this session around, let's say, a parent-child conflict, and let's forgive mom or dad, but let's forgive you too. And then they'll look at me funny. And it's like, I never even thought about forgiving myself.
Yeah.
And it's so important that we remember that we play a role in all these things that we're interacting with. So forgiving ourselves, loving ourselves, letting go of the guilt, letting go of holding somebody else accountable in that scenario as well. You know,
or emotionally hostage.
Yeah.
There's no forward movement in that. You get stuck in the emotion of it. It becomes intense, and that's for the person that's saying do it my way, but also for the person that can never do it and keeps trying to do it your way but can't. And so you end up stuck. You're stuck in your life, and you're stuck due to resentments. You're stuck due to frustrations and blame and shame. And I go back to those because a lot of times when we get into this particular rut, we do start blaming people. We do start shaming them. But then we're walking in shame and blame ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind?
Carrie and I'll have our own aha moments while we're doing this.
That's it. Well, and I have this wonderful group that wants to come in and give a brief message, and I'm asking them to keep it brief because there's appointments and schedules, and you know, there is only one life you're here to live, and that is your own divine life. Every player that comes into your life is actually a milepost or a guidepost of what it is for you to look at this moment, or how much you have moved through lessons and experiences. As you can look joyously into the self and open the heart to love, loving the self, and then allow that to emanate out from you, it frees up not only your life, but all others. Again, it is walking this path in a way that is informative. It may take you to the most dire of emotions, yet these emotions break you free to bring up light, to bring up love, to bring up joy. So what they're showing is you're a milepost and a guidepost for me. I'm a milepost, guidepost for you. We're mileposts and guideposts for everybody else, but everybody else who comes in our life also is milepost, guideposts. And we are able to look at this without projecting out onto people and own what's ours, then we do it so much more. They're using the word eloquently. Isn't that a pretty word? I like that one.
Yeah. You know, and I don't know why this is popping in, but it is. So I'm going to go there. It may or may not feel like it applies. But we live in a reality where we put people above ourselves. You know, whether it be doctors or teachers or presidents or leaders of any kind, the priests, ministers, whatever it is. And we put them above us. And that was one of my messages in 2017. And I'm going to go a little bit weird on you. The Lyrans came in, and that was the biggest message they had, is they thought it was very odd that we put other beings above ourselves, as if they were more important, or that what they were doing was more important than what we're doing. Even if all you're doing is holding space and holding energy, your job is just as important as somebody that's up on a stage reaching out to thousands, if not millions of people. And so it was really clear that each person, each soul was equal and just as valuable as the next, and that we should not be putting anyone on these little pedestals.
They're going to fall off.
Yeah. And so I think that might be where some of our guilt or our pressure to do things somebody else's way or whatever it might be falls in there, because we were trained and taught to look at others as being more valuable than ourselves.
My group gave me a message when I first shifted in what it was, and it applies to everyone, not just me. It was a message for everyone. If you'd come in your original light, they would once again place you upon a pedestal and worship at your feet, idolizing you, never seeing the light that lives inside of themselves. all life is equal. Equal. There is confusion. There are resistance going on out there. So we are going once more with all life is equal. There is no life above and no life below. Each life is equal. So if you think about it, we've had these lives in which we're filled with light, this perfection, this divine perfection. And if we came into certain worlds with all that light, those who couldn't see it within themselves would try to worship it. And we come in as equal players saying, okay, here it is. And it's for everybody. Everybody owns this. It's who you are. Yeah. So we're both kind of taking it out there because it's reaching not at just the physical level. It's reaching at that deep inner point of you, that part of you that understands your essence. And we use words like divinity, light source, that sort of thing. So, good topic, Missy.
When you said light source, I had a total Star Wars vision of the lightsaber. Zoom, zoom, light source.
No, that's what light sources do, is cut through the city.
We are the lightsabers of the world.
Yes, we are the warriors.
Nice.
Okay. What is it? That song's starting to play. We are the champions. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't go into full voice because nobody wants to hear that.
Now you guys see what goes on behind the scenes when we're doing our radio shows.
Yes.
We're making our faces. We're being silly. We're.
Well, yeah. And what's really fun this time, Tracie and I actually get to see each other, because normally we're doing this guessing what the other one, or connecting and feeling and guessing.
Yeah. The unfortunate part of this one is it is not live, but and there won't be any interacting with the audience on this level as a live thing. But you guys, when we post this, we want you guys to share and post on there, and we'll interact with you in the comments for sure. Yes,
there's so many things that Tracie and I are in the process of doing, but it's always with interacting with everybody else. We want to hear your questions. We want your input. We want to know what's going on in your life. And so, gosh, you are my mile marker, my guidepost. All of you, every single one of you. If I'm not doing it right, somebody's going to make me feel guilty. Oh, wait, that's not the way it is. Okay, maybe I won't feel guilty. I'll just go, oh, you don't get it. Sucks for you. No, I won't do that one either.
Sucks to be you. Yeah, that might not go over.
No, probably not. But it could be, it's like, oh, are you mirroring a part of me and I'm not fully getting it? Yeah. That might be part of it too. Or maybe you're saying, hey, take me by the hand. I need someone to walk with me a few steps.
Right.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun stuff.
So how do you overcome the challenge of outside, what do I want to say, energies, people, forces, whatever? If I were sitting here feeling like outside sources are squelching me down, making me feel guilty, not good enough, they're better than I am, or bigger than I am, more important than I am, how do I overcome that?
Well, there's a few pieces and parts that are going on. First, it's looking at yourself and where you feel small and you're putting somebody above you. That's one of the first, not seeing your equality in life. Second is nobody can make you feel anyway. You choose, and you can't make anybody else either. You choose how you feel. You choose whether you see good in something or bad, if you're upset or happy, if you're in love or in despair. You get to look at your own emotions and you get to own them. Then you get to see, do an internal walk and see where these came from. Are these messages you picked up through life? Or are there a piece of it that's just you? And come to clarity on it and be willing to release it. Times when we feel small and we want somebody else to be responsible for us because we don't feel like we can do it, we will make this idea or give this idea that they're doing to us.
Yeah.
You know, and it's once we understand we are not small. We're these magnificent beings and we have life choice. Also, hold everything in love. That starts with loving you. We're all one. We're all connected to source of life. As we love ourselves, give ourselves compassion and understanding, and really letting that fill us up, then we're sending love, understanding, and compassion out to all life. And it's do your best to surround each situation in life. Who is what they said, but also in love. And give yourself permission to walk away what does not serve you anymore without feeling guilt, without feeling as if you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Tracie knows I was just in an experience, a personal experience that I use it as, this is a growth marker for me, because earlier in life, if this would have happened to me, I would have tore myself apart, tried to figure out what's wrong with me. I would have rearranged every piece of me to be what this person wanted, or my idea of what this person wanted, and just kept trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And in this, it's understanding, hold it, there is nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect as I am. This person has their lesson, their experience also. I know I gave everything I could give. And it was okay to say, let go with love and let them walk through their experience and lesson too.
And let me point out that this other person is perfect the way they are.
Exactly.
They're doing them perfectly.
Mm-hmm. And it may not have been in a way that I thought it was going to go, but it's still perfect. And there were a million, okay, maybe only 500,000 messages that came to me from this, but I could see my own growth.
I'm sorry, I'm just seeing you trying to write it all down. Oh my gosh, what else?
Oh, my hand would cramp up. I couldn't even type it out that quick, and I'm a pretty quick typer. So
Yeah.
It would all go out of my head as I time. What was that? Tell me again? No.
Well, and you know, we do need to, we are all still evolving. As much as we learn, there's just that much more to learn and share and evolve. And so we just thank everybody for being there with us in our journey, and hopefully our journey is helping you through your journey. And you know, we're going to go through our stuff and we're going to share it.
Yeah, and that's it. This is what we're here for. This is part of our journey. For whatever reason, Tracie and I chose to be out in the public saying, I'm going to open my soul and share it with you. Sometimes it's going to be ucky. Don't you love technical words? And sometimes it's going to be fabulous.
You know, I just realized I could do things right now, like now that we're doing video, I could have like a Cherry's dictionary that I could pull up when you say funny words like "ucky," and I could be pretending to look it up. There's a lot of visual things we could be doing.
Well, and then see, this is where I look at Tracie and go, "Wow, look what she knows." Maybe I could learn something from her, because I had no idea about a dictionary that could come up.
Yeah, Cherry dictionary.
A minute, let me type it out.
But the bad thing is that they'll also see us going like,
oh, yeah, whoops.
Yeah.
I said that. Oh,
oh, did she see me do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like earlier I had spinach and I was like,
oh, how healthy are you eating spinach this early in the morning? I had peanut butter toast.
I am being healthy. I had 20 minutes on the treadmill. I made my scrambled eggs with spinach and peppers and mushrooms. It was delicious. I'm ready.
Yes, yummy. Well, I haven't made it to the elliptical today, but you never know. The day's not over with yet.
I hear it calling you.
I do. But probably in the evening, and then I might put something like sweats on or something. But I've just got the whole world calling me today.
Yeah. Well, here's one of my challenges. I do want to be healthier. And, you know, I just recently had a friend pass that was only 54. And, you know, so health is kind of on my mind. I want to be around for my kids, my grandkids, that kind of thing. And so I am doing that. But one of the regressions that I went through, I was asking, how is this new lifestyle going to work for me? Am I going to be able to lose the weight and get healthy the way I want to? And I'm really glad I did it, because the answer that came back is this is not going to be the fast transition you want it to be. It's
Mhm.
going to take a while, and we need you to hang in there. And, getting up at 6 o'clock this morning, that's not my idea of fun. But, once I get up and once I get on the treadmill and once I get done with that and sitting here now, I feel much more awake and alive than if I had not done that. So,
Mhm.
so it is, I'm taking notes of the things that are showing immediate results. And I know that the weight and the health and all of that will catch up to me as I keep the nutrition and the food part of my lifestyle change in check. And by the way, I am going to say this. If anybody wants to join me on this journey, I have a group that we're doing in Patreon that is about the weight and health and wellness. And we're doing hypnosis, and we're once a week having little video chats, just like this video.
Mhm.
And, we got a pretty good size group that shows up on Monday nights for the chats. And we talk about what we'd like to see for the next week to come and set goals. And so if anybody wants to be part of that, it's over on my Patreon page.
Oh, good. You know what? I see this, and this is what's really hollering its way through my mind is it's a perfect way to show love to yourself.
Yeah.
And this is it. It's a way to really claim who you are, understand how worthwhile you are, and to really love who you are. This is in doing anything for yourself that supports yourself. It just embraces the idea of all that you are, not just the idea, but the actual aspect of who you are.
Yeah.
So, good job, everybody. Good job. I saw some words the other day, or heard some words the other day about when you shift your diet to what we call higher vibrating food. And I'm always telling people everything's a belief system. So I believe chocolate is a higher vibrating food. But they say that it's easier for the body to move in frequency.
Yeah.
I've
heard that too.
Mm-hmm. Yet there is when we need to be grounded, many times we will hold this heaviness. So that's something to understand too. It's always do what feels right for you. You hear something, you resonate to it, then take what's right for you and let the rest go. But honor yourself enough to see why you're letting it go. Is there any denial going on? And anything you're resisting in personal growth? Just be willing to look at things.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Mm-hmm. But this is a journey, but it's also an adventure. Even the most turbulent times, the most upsetting times are part of this adventure.
Indeed it is.
What the heck they were thinking then when they put that like adventure mind.
Here's to the adventure.
There we go, adventure.
And to Ganesh, who's going to remove all obstacles out of our way.
If I'm willing to let them go. I got to put it in there. If I'm not willing, poor old Ganesh doesn't have a chance. So
it'll just come back around for him to have another try at it.
That's it. Say, are you ready now?
Yeah.
If you're ready, I'm here to assist you. So
yeah. So, our journey is to get out there more, to be seen more, and here we are, you guys. So, let us know what you think. Videos. We're doing videos. And at some point, we're going to meet up and do an in-person, side-by-side. Look where we are. Yeah.
We're together. It is fun. It's Tracie and I live about an hour and a half from each other. So this getting together every day or once a week isn't always the easiest thing. So we use anything we can. But you know what's really fabulous about this? What I love about technology is the message it brings, whether people understand this, if it's in their awareness or not. This is how quickly we actually connect and communicate, whether we're side by side or not. I mean, we have a thought, we have an idea, we think, something comes into our mind and we think of someone, we're automatically connecting to that person.
Yep.
And so this is how we send, energetically and connect. It just shows us how quick it is. And that's how quick you can make change if you choose.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's for us here in the physical and for those who have already crossed, and for angels and guides and all of it. We just connect. We are an energetic being that can send out our little antennas.
That's right. The only limitations you have are those that you impose upon the self. Oh,
why? Why not?
Yeah, we both went, oh man, well, I should be living on a castle on a hill. No, because it's really haunted. It's cold.
Oh no, we just went to, what is that? I can't think of the show where the hotel where he's got his mama up in a.
Oh yeah, Psycho. You're talking.
Yes.
About,
her mama's up in this old house in her wheelchair.
Wheelchair, rocking chair.
Or whatever it is, yeah.
I don't know what it was. I'm just thinking, oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, we just went psycho.
And this is what happens when Tracie and I get together, is we start on one thing. And then, and then all of a sudden it goes off on a little adventure, a little journey.
We just let it flow. So, when we do get together, we are going to go live, which will be fun. So then we can do questions and answers, as long as we can figure out how to keep up with. I know live can be challenging. I've done it a few times on the Facebook where people are posting questions, but it'll only show you 4 at a time. And it's like, where did all those other questions go? So we will get it figured out. We'll play with it.
We will.
And we'll go live and we'll have some fun with that and see what we can create in a live version of Cherry and Tracie.
Yeah. And we're setting the intention. We go live once a month, you know, and so hold that intention with us, folks. And then, see us out there and in conversation with you, because we're pretty wise people, but so are you. Otherwise we wouldn't be in your life,
That's right. You wouldn't be listening to this.
No.
We're on board with the wise. No.
You know what? I love it for me, and I get to own what's mine. And my group let me know that for me to bring my messages in, and many of them are very, very deep and informative. They wanted me to do it in a human way, so people could see that it isn't, you don't have to sit on a mountaintop somewhere and do Om all the time to be this amazing spiritual person, but to understand you're here walking the human experience, and you have your personality and you're to love that, and you have your essence and to love that too, and let the two connect. So that,
Yeah, so true. And so I'm gonna ask you guys to listen real close. My dog's snoring on the chair. And I'm sitting here kind of cracking up going, I bet you guys can all hear that. Hi, Callie.
Yeah.
Did you see all the puppy pictures I posted yesterday?
I did see the puppy pictures. I'm going to put this out here right now. My beautiful little dog, Callie, had a stroke about a month and a half ago. And the stroke has caused her to go blind in her right eye. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't see very well out of her left eye. And she's has seizures now. And so I keep her on CBD oil and a small amount of phenobarbital, because if I don't have that, she tends to have the seizures. I can get it to every other night. So I'm going to ask everybody out there to include my beautiful little dog, Callie, in your prayers. It's one of those things. It just kind of makes me a little sad because I love her so much. And so
hold her up there again.
Okay.
So let's get tuned into Callie. Yeah.
This is my baby.
Oh, I love that you always dress her. It's so cute.
Well, she's freezing all the time. And she finally made it up to 4 pounds. I mean, all of my animals have been rescues except one. And Kelly had very little to no hair when I first got her.
Yeah.
And so
she's afraid we're going to steal her soul, so she won't look at the camera.
She says, I don't know where it's coming from. But anyway, so she always has to wear clothes because she's cold. And so not
Yeah.
only does she have clothes, but she has a blanket. It's only in the summer when the heat's pouring in from the kitchen window that she'll lay in the sunshine or out on the patio with no clothes on and be content and happy and warm.
Oh, all right. So lots of healing energy to Callie. It's really interesting because we are not live, but I can feel the energy of the potential listeners and their energy that they're sending. So that's kind of fun.
Everything's
Hey,
in.
let's try this. This will be new and this could be fun. And maybe we can wrap it up with this.
Okay.
I want you to just take a second and tune in, and we'll both take a turn doing this and give a message that you feel like somebody out there listening or multiple people out there listening need to hear.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to go first? We both got silent. I'm waiting for you to say something.
I have the idea. Shouldn't you go first?
No, it's your idea. You should go first.
Okay. So let's see. It feels to me like there's somebody that's at a crossroads. They've got two directions that they need to go. I'm seeing one path is very brightly lit up and the other path is a little bit darker. Not darker, but kind of more like it's a shady path. You know, it's all shade, and both of them are very pleasant to look at. As far as like in my mind, I know saying shady makes it seem like it's the darker, don't go that way, but it's, you know, when it's really sunny out, we welcome the shade.
Right.
And so it's kind of like that. It's like a really sunny day with a shady path, a nice cool path to walk on. The other one's really bright and the sun's directly on it. So that all being said, now I got to figure out which way do we go. I do feel like the one that has the sun lighting it very clearly is definitely the path. But to know that if you did go the other way, it just feels like it's a longer version to get you to the same place. Mm-hmm. So there is no wrong choice. But definitely trust yourself on going with the one that makes you feel better. It makes you feel happier, or you're more excited about it. If you're trying to figure out which one that is, just I keep wanting to say it's the one on the right side. So if that makes sense to you, go one on the right side. But again, there's no wrong answer to which path you take in this decision. You're going to get to the same outcome, the same growth, the same, all of that's going to happen. So if it is obvious to you which one is the sunnier path, go that way. If not, don't worry about it because you're going to be fine.
You know, this is so cute as you're putting out that message, and you said to the right, all I was seeing was the shady path, but I love riding under canopies of trees and the sunlight's coming through. It gives you that break. It gives you that rest point.
Yeah.
So if that's the way you choose, do it that way.
Yeah. Either one's fine. It just, it does. It feels like one might be a little bit more intense as far as like you're gonna be very busy and going, where the other one might give you a little break here and there and here and there. Mm-hmm. I'm Capricorn. I'm going to go for the sunny path and I want to just go. But there is the Pisces moon in me that really finds that shady path kind of inviting because it gives you, it is a little softer.
And it's also possible that we're both picking up on two different people. And what's right for one and not right, and the other's right for someone else.
Yeah.
What I keep feeling is, and because remember, all time is one. And so feeling this, I keep feeling people listening to this, several people going, oh my goodness, I'm so happy they have this topic because it gives me permission to be me and not hold the weight of everybody else on my shoulders. And so I want to put it out there that it is always yours to be you. And we ask that you love yourself divinely, follow your heart, and allow it to create your world. Support yourself fully and completely. When you're in your heart, you are not in the ego mind of man, so you're not doing it from a place of ego. You are doing it from a place of love. You are being a way shower. showing others how to love, support, honor themselves, setting boundaries, and allowing to become full within yourself. It is to understand, not to become complacent, but to be that movement you have chosen to be. As you are walking your path, allow it to be one in which you look out and see others walking their path in the way they know best at this time. There's a weight over the heart chakra. So for anybody who's feeling that weight or that heaviness, because I keep seeing a head drooped and a heaviness in the heart chakra, raise your head and your shoulders and just see this beautiful orb of light in the center of the heart chakra. And let that fill you up. You're okay to be you and to do life in your way. So that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do it your way, without guilt, without shame, without burden, without permission.
Yes.
Permission's another big one.
There we go. Permission, please. It's okay. Yeah. I won't be punished if.
Oh, I want to go do this. I should call so-and-so and see if that's going to be okay with them.
You know, I was telling somebody earlier today that when I was younger and I was so busy trying to please everybody and couldn't do it, that I would go into depressions that I had to take medication for. And I wasn't laughing. I wasn't connecting to life.
Yeah.
And so I had to walk through that and see that the only person I could ever make happy or choose happiness for was me. And, you know, I want everybody to love the personality, the ego they chose this lifetime, because it's as important as your essence. Everything has purpose. Your life has purpose. Love that.
Beautiful way to wrap it up.
It is. And how much fun is this to do? So
it is fun.
It is. Is this where we say bye-bye?
What's that?
Is this where we say bye-bye?
I think this is where we should say bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah. So, bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again maybe next week.
That sounds good to me.
And we're still doing our blog talk show, so make sure you tune into that.
And if you have a suggestion for topics, be free and willing to send them to us.
Yes.
Because we can only think of so many. Okay, kisses.
Bye-bye.